Welcome to Transmathematica Rehab. I'm James Anderson. If you're a division by zero denier, you've come to the right place. Trust me, I'm a doctor, and I'm exactly the right kind of doctor to help you with division by zero. So how do you recover from division by zero denial? That is what we'll think about today. Step 1. Acknowledge yourself. My name is X and I am a division by zero denier. If that's you, say it. It's not me. My name is James and I'm a division by zero believer. If you don't know whether division by zero is possible or impossible, you're an agnostic. Say it. My name is X and I am a division by zero agnostic. You have the easiest job. If anybody asks you, is division by zero possible or impossible, just say, I don't know. Don't pretend that you do know when you don't. Pretending is scientific fraud, and that is very bad. Step 2. Acknowledge paradigm shifts. Science changes. I've been reading this book on the history of mathematics. It says division by zero was possible, impossible, possible, impossible. It flip-flopped down the centuries. In 1872, Dedekind proved division by zero impossible with cuts of the rational number line. He considered distances like 1, 2, 3, a half, a third, 9 3/4. What he did was he put cuts on the line at every rational point. That gave him an infinite number of points, but it wasn't enough to describe the real numbers. So then he put cuts between the rational numbers. And that gave him an even bigger infinity, which was enough to describe the real numbers. Now, in the 19th century, it was fashionable not to divide by zero. Dedekind threw away 3 of the cuts and made division by zero impossible. So, if you were asked in 1872, is it possible to divide by zero? The answer is no. In 1957, Suppes proved division by zero possible with x over 0 equals 0. Patrick Suppes was a logician. He worked on formalizing quantum physics. He was very knowledgeable about logic and mathematics, and he proved division by zero possible. Any time from 1957 onwards, if you're asked, is division by zero possible, the answer is yes. In 2007, Anderson et al., Anderson's me, et al.'s my mates, we proved division by zero possible with the transreal numbers infinity equals 1 over 0, nullity equals 0 over 0, minus infinity equals minus 1 over 0. In 2015, Reis et al. Proved transreal calculus contains real calculus, and this has a surprising result. Transreal calculus works with division by zero. It works with the numbers infinity, minus infinity, and nullity. And that means you can't use any property of real calculus to prove division by zero impossible. Why? Because the whole of real calculus is contained in transreal calculus, and transreal calculus allows division by zero. If anyone says, let's prove division by zero impossible by considering the limit of 1 over x as x tends to 0, you know they failed. They failed the moment they said, limit. In 2016, Reis et al. Proved transreal arithmetic is consistent if real arithmetic is, and this has an even stronger result. Transreal arithmetic works if real arithmetic does. But real arithmetic doesn't allow division by zero. So you can't use any property of division by zero to prove transreal arithmetic inconsistent. If anyone says, let's try and prove division by zero is impossible by considering the numbers 1 divided by 0 and 2 divided by 0, you know they failed. They failed the moment they said divided by 0. In 2021, that's this year as I record this video, me and my mates proved that real and transreal arithmetic have an identical basis in the Dedekind cuts. If you throw away the 3 cuts that Dedekind threw away, you get real arithmetic and division by zero is impossible. If you keep those cuts, you get transreal arithmetic and division by zero is possible. And it makes a big difference. Real arithmetic has an infinite number of error states that follow on from being unable to divide by zero. Transreal arithmetic has none of those error states. Given that transreal arithmetic and real arithmetic have an identical basis in the cuts of the rational numbers, why would you choose the system with an infinite number of errors when you could choose the system with none? Step 3, acknowledge your errors. Are the steps we've taken so far enough? Acknowledge yourself, acknowledge paradigm shifts. I'll put links in the description to other material so you can follow up on the question of division by zero yourself. If you're still a division by zero denier, tell me why. Write in the comments and say why you believe division by zero is impossible. Give me a link to any proof that you think supports your case, and I will debunk that proof for you. Step 4, learn how to divide by zero. The easiest way is to watch the school playlist. By all means, watch the rehab playlist, but don't stay in rehab for too long. If school and rehab sound like too much work, watch the evangelist playlist. Just kick back and watch other people divide by zero. If you're really brave, watch the professional playlist or read the Transmathematica Journal. If you get good at division by zero, submit papers to the journal. If you are a division by zero denier, we need to have a serious talk. Division by zero denial has reduced your mathematical ability because you believe something that isn't true. You believe that division by zero is impossible, and that prevents you from solving problems exactly at singularities. If you use a computer designed by a division by zero denier, it will throw away half the accuracy of your floating point calculations. If you're a division by zero denier, you have reduced critical thinking skills. The information on how to divide by zero has been around in the world for the last few decades. If you haven't absorbed that information and worked out the truth, you have a problem. And that will affect all of your scientific and technological work. Societies that have a lot of division by zero deniers obstruct the advancement of science. All of our science and technology depends on real arithmetic, which has infinite numbers of error states. If you push our science and technology far enough, they are guaranteed to fail. If instead you base science and technology on transreal arithmetic, it has no error states. Failure is not guaranteed. You are free to succeed everywhere. If you live in a society that doesn't use transreal arithmetic and you compete with a society that does, they will nickel and dime you to death. They will outperform you on every application of computers. Everything in science, technology, finance, even military applications. Now, that was pretty tough. Future videos won't be this tough. But if you're a division by zero denier, you need to deal with that. Bye for now.